Or is that doing it?
Good job.
Real quick, with Mike Swick. Real quick with Mike Swick podcast. Swickatine, 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 Swickatine.
Mike Swick.
Defensive
All right,
mechanism.
guys, we are live, and we are in the 7th episode. So, wow, huh?
Yeah.
Still going our 6th week.
That's more than one a week, Mike.
That sure is. And yeah, so this episode is actually by popular demand. We've had a lot of people wanting to know what it's like to live, train, and fight in Thailand. So, what better group of people to talk about that than us?
Yeah.
Living here in Thailand, fighting in Thailand, training in Thailand,
That's what we do.
having a gym in Thailand. And what better guest to have than Brandon Waters, one of our
What's up?
standout stud Muay Thai fighters who is kicking ass all over the region.
Head is growing out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy we wanted wasn't available, so
I got.
Don't
thank
tell
you
him
for
that.
coming by. Yeah. Those heads getting all big. And
You pulled a Ray board.
So our B squad, Brandon Waters here. No, seriously,
B squad.
you're doing fantastic, man.
Dude, thank you,
You
man.
really are. So welcome to the podcast.
I appreciate it. I'm really stoked to be here.
What? Real quick, what's your thoughts on how it looks?
Oh man, you guys can't see the studio, but I hope there's some behind the scenes footage. It's a really sick setup. Like you only see obviously this half, but it's soundproofed and it's professional. It's pro status. It's awesome.
This guy fishing for compliments. I'll take him too.
Wait, no, but he just
I'm
said
not gonna ask
off
for
air.
him.
He was like, 98% of it came from Mike. So
Yeah, I got like a
Oh,
monkey and
stop.
some black cock. That's what Mike contributed.
Yo, I heard
It's
that
a
you
team-
liked
It's
this,
a team effort.
so I brought you a present straight out of my freezer. There might be like a swig or two missing, but
It turns out like a little more than a swig or two. Hey, hats off to you
most
for
of it
that.
made it here. In my defense.
So for those of you that can't see this and on iTunes, whatever, this is a bottle of black cock.
Thanks.
And if you have been following the show, you would know that we have a bottle of black cock on every single episode hidden somewhere. And it's a whiskey here in Thailand. They sell it's called black cock. It's got a big black rooster on the front. A rooster's
It's
cock.
kind of
Yeah,
it's kind of
Rooster.
like an anti-plug because it's like the most ridiculous like
Yeah.
Thai moonshine style whiskey.
it's
I want to try some.
It's like if you like good whiskey,
I mean,
like,
it's great
stay
if you
away
want to
from
sponsor
it.
us, but I mean, it's authentic. I'll say it's authentic.
Do
But
it.
It's rough.
Do it.
It's
Just
rough.
don't like light anything nearby it.
All right. Thanks.
You're
for
gonna
that.
start the
Cheers,
show
salute.
with a
The
swig of black
podcast warming
cock.
gift.
Yeah, man, you guys work hard on this. You deserve
Wow.
some podcast warmings.
No chaser either.
He's a boss. Hey, this water right here.
So anyway, yeah,
It's
thanks,
good, man. If you
Brandon.
want to
So,
sponsor, it's delicious.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
thanks for Black Cock. So now we have 2 bottles of Black Cock on the screen right now.
We're at the threshold
So
for
you have
sure.
to try to find the other one. We will do a contest eventually if you can find all the Black Cock bottles in all the episodes. We're going to give you a free training package.
Oh,
But I will say, while we're talking about that, this episode is going to be different in the fact, since we're talking about training, living, and fighting in Thailand. We got Brandon Waters here today. What we want to do is we want to find a good fighter to be a sponsored fighter at AKA Thailand. So instead of giving away a free training package to anybody, we're looking for that next big fighter. So
dude.
if you watch the show and you're watching it on YouTube, if you're watching or if you're listening on iTunes, go to YouTube. If you're a fighter, you have a professional record, you have some experience, and leave a comment and leave your experience and your credentials and what you've done. We're going to examine all of them. And one person at least, if not a couple,
Yeah.
will get an opportunity to come to AKA Thailand and try to be a sponsored fighter and try to go out there and do what Brandon's doing.
Dude,
which
you
is
just
fighting
opened
and
Pandora's
training.
box, man. You just opened such a big can of worms. Like,
Yeah, it's what
I
everyone
can't
wants,
wait to
man.
see, like, are they sitting in videos or
See,
sitting in records? Or
Everybody
what?
wants to come and be a sponsored fighter, man, but it's tough.
I get it.
you know?
Everybody wants, obviously, everyone's free training and all that stuff. And normally we ask for a 3-month commitment, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But we figured since podcast, we'll give one go. Sorry. And like I said, even Brandon right here, supposed to be here for 3 months, but only did 1 month and sponsored. So
Dude, I
It can
came out
happen.
here winging it, like hoping and praying to find a gym that I would fit into, that would take me on. But now that there's like a offer up for grabs, like, yo, where are you at? Like,
Yeah.
send the email, add the
I'm
comment.
sure you want the training partners.
Right here.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we're looking for good.
No, if you're like 145,
hardworking guys.
150, bring your ass.
Well, you were in Chiang Mai, right?
Yeah, I was training at Hung Tong Muay Thai in Chiang Mai. Great gym, awesome trainers, true Thai style. I love those guys. But as it turns out, I probably would have been fighting the same guys like over and over and over again. So I wanted to come train with Lam and see what the competition was like in Phuket.
So is Lam Sukram the reason?
Oh, 100%. So I trained with Lam. I drove 3 hours to Tampa. This is before I lived in Tampa. Drove like 3.5, 4 hours from Jacksonville to Tampa so I could do one of his seminars while he was in Florida. And was like mesmerized. Like I thought I had a basic understanding of Muay Thai. Like I thought I knew a little bit after having a few fights and all that kind of stuff. And then like watching him demonstrate technique on my buddy Alex, who's a pro fighter, and just like you could just see the room go, oh, you can do that. Like there's movement out there that people don't see on a day-to-day basis, even in the Muay Thai community, which is pretty niche. But it's like Lam is just capable of doing things that people don't understand or people don't even know is possible.
And true story, man. I've been trying to get Lam since the beginning of the gym. I mean, he came out to the gym during the construction phase.
Oh,
him
man.
and Jan came to the gym to check it out with some friends, and
Tell them, Mike, if they don't know who Lam is.
no, I'm going to. Yeah,
you gotta-
but the thing is, he came out to the gym with Yad a long time ago when I was building the gym, and I'd already heard about him, obviously, so I knew he was the guy. And he came out, and we're building, so we have no indoor facilities, we have no AC running water.
Just walked up.
We had just like a Muay Thai covered area with Muay Thai rings, and it was just real bare, And I was like, oh man, he's gonna see it at its worst. We're not done yet. And he expressed interest, but he was busy and he was tied up at another place, and he obviously is loyal to his obligations. So he just went on to do his thing, and I just hope to one day have that opportunity to grab him again.
What a catch, man. He's
And then
the greatest.
Yeah,
He's
and
the
then here
greatest.
recently, not recently, but I mean, how long ago has he been with AKA now? It's
He
been-
came in January, so we're looking at 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. So he expressed interest in coming back, checking out the gym, and meeting with me. And I was like, hell yeah! I mean, I was sold. He came in. He loved the gym. He absolutely loved how it looks now compared to.
Oh, it's
how
a
it looked
paradise
then.
from
Speaking
where he
of,
started, man.
he was at that gym for 7 years, 8 years before. 1 month after being with us, you saw what he got, right?
Yeah, so he actually got an AKA Thailand tattoo. So let me just say, Lam is one of the most experienced and one of the best trainers in the country. I mean, this guy.
Best I've ever worked
Not
with in my
only
life.
is he an experienced fighter with many fights, he trained George St. Pierre for 3 of his fights. George St. Pierre actually flew Lam into Canada 3 different occasions for his last 3 actually camps to be his main striking coach. But it's just his mix of his fight experience with his teaching ability, with his just personality, and like how
Charisma and
he
everything's great.
gets along with people and how he explains things. I mean, he sits you down. So it's the first time I've ever seen a group of students in a Muay Thai area all sitting down on the floor in a circle watching him demonstrate the move. And then he makes sure every single person says, okay, I got it, before they stand up. It's not like
That's
he
like the
shows the
seminars
move,
back in the States. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, okay, everybody do it. He does the move and he's like, you got it. And he'll say it 4 times if he has to, until every single person has it. No questions, no problems. And then he does it. So
he takes pride in his craft, man.
Absolutely.
And the beauty
100%.
is when he does it, he demonstrates with his brother, who's
live.
equally.
They're 2 of the best trainers.
Do you remember-
So that was the great thing. So getting Lam, and I signed him immediately. I mean, I locked him down
Smart.
to a contract
Good call.
immediately. He loves the gym and it's been great ever since. But then the best thing that could ever happen happened a few months later. He's like, yeah, my brother Eliza to come too. Is that okay? Really?
No.
Oh no.
Absolutely. So we secured 2
Pro
of the best
boxing
trainers
and
in
pro
Thailand.
Muay Thai record. Oh no, don't come over here and train.
Unbelievable. So
He
them
does,
two together.
he does BJJ at night too.
Yeah.
He doesn't teach it.
Yeah.
He takes the class, but
No, that's it.
Like
Like,
we got lucky on that one, man.
oh man, he's the best, and he's fought everyone.
Yeah.
He's fought. Just go to his Wikipedia if you don't know. Like, if you don't know about Lam, go to his Wikipedia, Lam Songkram Chawatna, and just look at the kickboxing record, man. Look at the Muay Thai record.
How do you spell- how do you spell
05 S1 Cup. Chawatna,
yeah, we'll put it in the comments.
Chawatna, WATTANA, maybe.
Stop.
We'll put it in the description, but yeah,
Dude,
was
fought
amazing.
Yod, Wayne Parr, Nicky Holskin, won the 05 S1 Cup, fought 3 times in one night to win the King's Cup. Like, that's a huge accomplishment.
He's the man.
Train GSP.
Well, and that's the thing. Even though a fighter's fought and won at a high level, that doesn't mean they're a great trainer. We've went through so many trainers that are champions multiple times different weight classes, all that. But they're horrible trainers.
gotta
They
be
don't
good
care
fit.
about the students.
Yeah.
You know, they're into other things outside of the gym that might not be good. Lam isn't, man. Lam is really good with people, and so that mixture, that formula that he has, is
He's
something
English.
very rare.
He still loves
English
it,
is on
Yeah.
point too.
We love this guy.
Yeah.
He calls him the Thai Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
with
he's
his
got a
ponytail. But he's awesome.
doesn't like that
We're gonna
very
bring him on the
Pa-
podcast.
powerful ponytail man bun.
Yeah, he's nervous. We're gonna bring him on the podcast, man, because we just can't not.
I was thinking that
too
today.
funny, yeah.
I was training with Lom
We'll
today.
subtitle him.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll
man.
put our own
I
subtitles.
understand him. I've been around him obviously long enough. So
I
you
like
do too.
Mike. I don't like Mark. Stuff like that.
You know, make shit up.
We'll make sure. We do the editing, so.
He'd love it,
Everybody
man.
likes Mark.
He'd be so good on this. It'd be awesome to have him on here. I'd
Yeah.
watch it for sure.
So let's get back to this. So obviously, Lam is a big reason you came to AKA Thailand, and so talk about you were in Chiang Mai training. You found out Lam was at AKA.
Yeah.
What was that transition like, and what was your experience like when you first got to AKA and made that transition?
So I mean, I was the routine was pretty much the same. You know, training every day and eating, sleeping, training. It was just and my initial plan was to come eventually to train here, but I was kind of taking my time. I spent about a month in Chiang Mai, and so I took a fight. My plan was to leave right after that fight, but he called me like maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks before my fight,
Yeah.
and very plainly told me on like Facebook Messenger. He was like, "Hey, like, I heard you're in Chiang Mai. Why aren't you, like come here and fight for me?" Yeah, it wasn't a question. It was like, "You come and fight for me," and I was like, "Oh yes, sir. Okay, I'll be there." And then I told him I had a fight lined up already. Took the fight and came down here, and the adjustment was like there was no adjustment. It was just like hanging out with real, genuine martial artists. Like there's no trainers there that don't have 100 or 200 fights. Lai, Lam, Pei, Sid, all those guys. They've been there and done that, and they're freaking crazy athletes and then expert trainers. Like they will take your technique and like break it down to the nth decimal, and so like they know exactly what you need to fix.
I know who took care of the night you landed with
Oh.
where to go or
My boy, yeah.
I don't know this guy.
I always
Shit.
feel bad.
I get there at 8 p.m. I'm already
No. I got there in time for the afternoon session on a
Oh, yeah.
Saturday. This is why I feel bad because it was a
because
weekend.
we close at 6 on Saturday. So
Yeah,
yeah, but no
8.
big deal.
Oh, I'm sorry, 6. Wait. Yeah, because I got there.
I'll give you a schedule.
I got there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, straight from the airport with everything I owned. I was like, all right, I have time to make the afternoon session because there's no way I'm going to a hotel and sleeping on that. Like, I gotta see Lam, I gotta meet the guys,
Mm-hmm.
But I got there and like, he had been working all day on a Saturday, and I'm like, hey, I kind of need a bike at a hotel, and like, I kind of don't know where anything is. Can you hook it up some? Dude.
That's
Customer
why I let
service.
this guy still hang out with me after 21 years, man. He gets it done, dude. He
Did
gets
I
it
not
done.
make sure I was there till?
He's my number
Well,
one.
I was with you till midnight.
Well, we hung out. Yeah, we hung out that night. We
Yeah.
hung out that night. That was a good time.
It's a long story.
But yeah, he freaking brought me to Raya. It's like, we call it Fight House. It's just a hotel right down the road from AKA. And it's where I lived for like a month when I got here. I dropped my bags off, freaking went and grabbed something to eat. Had a couple beers. It was a good time. Doesn't hurt that he's a Cowboys fan. Doesn't
Same.
hurt at all.
Forgot about that.
And speaking of accommodations, we have accommodations being built very
Oh.
soon. So
Where's that gonna go? 'Cause
behind the bathrooms in the back.
what?
Yeah, so we're
You're
gonna
building up on the hill?
Yeah, so we're gonna have 12 rooms available, hopefully by December, latest January.
That's right.
We've already got the design and everything.
That's right.
They're made.
So that's
They're
going to help
pretty
out a lot. Then we're going to have the city, right? Then
Fighting
we're gonna have
prospects,
people
get
living on
here.
site, eating on site. We have a full scale restaurant already, so we'll have people
Might play in a
living.
basketball court.
What are you
and a
waiting
basketball
for?
court. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool, man.
There are plenty of places to train in Phuket, but like, why? Like, if you're a fighting prospect, if you like take this sport seriously, doesn't matter if you're a jiu-jitsu fighter or a Muay Thai fighter or MMA. Like, what? Just it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. We have pro trainers on all corners. Like, if you like martial arts, if you like fitness, it's really easy. It's a super, super easy choice.
Well, cool, and not to get too much sound like an infomercial for it.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I know
Wearing an AKA
I know we
shirt.
got the best gym. People don't want to hear about how great the gym is all the time. But
I love it. I think it's great.
I'm
This is how I feel,
biased,
man.
but I know it is the best gym. But
Been like
either way.
3-4 months now.
Aside from that, let's talk about just your overall Thai experience. So, not counting AKA, not even counting Chiang Mai, maybe, but coming from America and coming to Thailand and being a fighter for the first time, explain kind of how that was. Like, what was the trend? Like, how was the experience?
Transitioning from like competing in the States to here, or
I mean, just living. So when you first came to Thailand to live, so for people who are watching, that want to come to Thailand and train, what can they expect when they come here? Yeah.
You expect heat. You can expect it to be pretty hot.
Sure, yeah.
You can definitely expect to learn how to drive a motorbike, or you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Man, I was really nervous because I quit my jobs and sold my things, and like I just threw the dice on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't know exactly where I was going to go with it. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I just knew like I'm going to throw everything I can at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
So it was like the transition for me wasn't that hard. I mean, it's just you treat it like your job. You show up, you train, you put the work in, you listen to your body, you recover, and then you just freaking just work hard, and like the universe will reward that for sure.
I don't think Thai people. I don't think other people understand how good and friendly and nice Thai people are.
Oh, dude,
aren't they?
Thais have like people I've never met before. Like I freaking laid down my motorbike for the first time, but I skinned up my knee, and before I could even like jump up and dust myself off, there was like a hotel resort across the street. They had already started to run out with like a med kit before I could even like stand the bike up and stand up.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" It's just complete strangers, like not expecting anything in return. But that's I always say like that's a perfect example of.
Same happened to me. It's not like that Hangover 2 bullshit, you know.
No, man, it's not Khao Sun Road. It's not Bangkok. It's
You ever done that though?
I plead the fifth.
But I want to touch on this real fast. So you mentioned about how you took the sacrifice of up and leaving and just kind of like sacrificing everything to come to Thailand.
Yeah.
And it's working. And this is the point I like to make with other fighters that I don't think they get. We get a lot of fighters that come in here and they end up doing that, the Bangla Road and partying and stuff. And they don't make that sacrifice, right? And they don't get the success that you've had and that you're going to have. I mean, you can look at your fights. I mean, we've been to your fights recently, put them on Facebook, and like you have extreme talent. I mean, you really do, man. And you go in there with fighters. I mean, you fought a fighter from another Muay Thai gym, a trainer. You know.
Yeah, I fought one of Simbi's trainers, and then I fought one of Tiger's trainers.
Well, we did a live feed on the Tiger one.
Yeah, so you're fighting trainers at other gyms, and not only are you beating them, but you're making them look like students. I mean, literally, you're showboating. And then we're putting it on Facebook, and your family's been able to watch, and everyone else. I mean, what was the views on the Tiger Muay Thai?
More than anything else I post, for sure.
It was 74,000 on the Tiger Muay Thai, but 94,000 when we did the opening night at
Galaxy Stadium.
That's ridiculous.
That was when you
I don't
fought
have that many
kid.
friends, for sure.
But so imagine you fought at Galaxy Stadium in front of like 300 people, but then got.
Yeah.
Was it 94,000?
Nearly 100, like
94,000
an arena.
people. I mean, that's like 4 or 5 MGMs or something. I mean, that's amazing, right? And so, how's the feedback been? Obviously, my point was how great you are as far as a Muay Thai fighter. You're a technician.
Dude, thank you,
you're a
man.
technician. And I think that's the
beginner
reason,
class.
because you sacrifice and because you're living this life. And this is what I want to show people, that they're going to have to do what you did to get to that level. But on another note, what has it been like for your family and for people at home to watch you on these live feeds and see this progress transpire live?
It's been surreal, man. I get messages out of the blue all the time, from family or from friends. I've heard from people I haven't heard from in like 3 or 4 years. Like, oh, I didn't even know I had you on Facebook, but I'm glad I do. It's been that long since we talked. Yeah. People just reaching out and being super like positive and supportive. It's been without a doubt.
Your aunt messaged me,
So what?
Your aunt.
Hi, Sarah. I love you.
I talked to your mom in the
Sarah.
live feed, too.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Mom.
She pops in and she's like,
oh, dude. Oh, man.
She's like nervous, but then she gets happy like 2 minutes in because you're just kicking the guy's ass so bad.
He's undefeated with us. Wow.
I haven't lost.
What's your overall record?
14-3. But it's tricky. I don't know, because that's all of my fights. But that's including. I mean, I'm an amateur fighter from the States, so we're fighting with, gear with head guard and shin pads, and then some states have like full rules but with elbow pads, and then some states are no pads but you can't elbow. So it's like it's really tricky. Like I haven't fought pro in the States. I've only fought full contact here. I mean, full contact Muay Thai is full contact Muay Thai. So it's a tricky like measuring, but overall between amateur and fighting in Thailand, I have 14 wins and 3 losses.
And that's great. I mean, considering the fact especially when you come to Thailand, you're fighting these Thais that are really good. I mean, these guys that you've been fighting from Symbiont and TNT, they're like 200-300 fights.
200 fights, yeah.
And when you fight a Thai in Thailand, they are experts at points, right? They're experts at landing those soft
They know
knees
how it works.
and throwing those quick kicks up there just to get the points.
The scoring's
and beat the
a lot,
foreigners,
yeah.
right? And because the foreigners are trying to generally foreigners try to knock Thais out, and Thais play the game, and they get the points and they win overall. But you're showboating out there, and like it's not even close.
My dad's gonna kill me for all the showboating. Like he would always kick my ass on the baseball field.
There's a good point about that. If you're good enough to do it, man, that's what's gonna separate you from everyone else. That's the Conor McGregors versus the guys that you don't know of. You know what I mean? Like the guys that can go out there and entertain, because we are entertainers.
Anybody can fight. Well, not anybody, but lots of people can fight. But can you be entertaining? Can you be fun to watch? You know, do people want to watch you?
I'm entertaining, but I can't.
Not yet. Not till we get 40,000 more subscribers. 45,000 more.
49,000.
Shit.
We'll find out soon enough. Mickey Rourke wanted him to fight Shia LaBeouf, so we haven't heard nothing from
what
Shia
a match.
Yet,
Whoa, hold on. Whoa, what? Shia?
Yeah,
but that's like
Shia.
That's a big. He's be giving up a lot of reach, a lot of.
Shit,
I feel he's giving up some experience because
but Shia
something has to rub off on you.
I'm probably 10 years older than him too, with zero.
Giving up some age.
At least he fights in the streets of Austin.
But Shia
what if he's
fights
training
every weekend?
he's training right now. Thinking about this.
He's on teams he's fighting every weekend.
He saved the world.
He loses every fight, but he fights these big drunk guys at a bar every single weekend, and they're obviously not Transformer fans because they beat the shit out of him.
So I should drink before our fight. Then.
Maybe
For
fuck him up
sure.
drunk.
He's drunk.
It is
He'll be
Thailand.
drunk.
It is Thailand.
And I like Shia. I mean, I think he
Huge
does some
fan.
questionable things, but I like
I love
the guy.
balls.
I think he's fun to party with. You know, I see some of these
I'll party with
videos.
him afterwards. Yeah,
He's fun to party with for sure. But I'm definitely cornering you if you fight him. That's
I'd
awesome.
watch that. I'd tune
Isn't
in
that
to
up
watch
to me?
that.
Who corners me?
Did you
Ooh.
not want me to corner?
Well, I don't know.
Who else would you want?
You've been pretty negative to me the last couple podcasts.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right. Optimus Prime.
That was a reach. That was a
Optimus
love
Prime
reach.
to corner you then.
Bumblebee.
There you go.
I'll get it. What are they Decepticons? Who's the bad guy? I don't know.
Decepticons, I think. I don't follow it.
Yeah. I read books. I don't watch.
How many Transformers did they make?
Jesus.
Enough,
There's
right?
another one, I think.
There's enough. They've had enough.
There's a lot, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've made enough.
We don't watch TV here. I mean, we just literally train and
I don't have a TV
do
in my
the
house.
work, go watch you fight. Every time I want to have a nice, relaxing night at
Yeah,
home.
people don't get it when we
I'm
work.
like, tonight we're going to just relax, have a good night. It's like Brandon's fighting. I'm like, oh,
Fuck.
we got to go to Patong.
People get
Damn
it
it.
when we work 10
gotta go watch
hours,
Brandon
12-hour
fight.
days, come home, get all this podcast stuff set up, and then go from 9 to midnight to go watch him throw around some people.
We did a podcast before we went to your fight.
Yeah, and we did.
Nice.
Who was that?
I don't remember, but we did. And I'll say this is
Somebody more famous than
Was
you.
it the? Well, was it 4th of July or was it the other Galaxy fight?
It
Or
was the
it?
last one.
The
we were
last
killing it.
one.
It wasn't the last one or no?
It was. Shit, this is.
I can't remember. But either way, I will say this.
Great memory, guys.
I will say this. This is a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
Shit,
When we
yeah.
have guests like Mickey Rourke and Dan Hardy and obviously Daniel Cormier, you have to do a lot of research and like know what you're talking
Dan
about.
Hardy's the one we did.
And Daniel, yeah.
Mm.
And you don't want to talk to Daniel Cormier, who's
No,
an
sure.
analyst for the UFC, and not know something,
Yeah.
and then him, show you up. So you want to know everything you can about what's going on, especially when you're talking about steroids and the allegations versus the facts and USADA.
Man, that was such a good
there's a lot
episode
of
with
there's a lot
TC.
of work that went into that one.
You can
So
say it. We're the hardest working podcasters out there.
we are.
I mean,
I think we are.
Yeah.
You see a lot of podcast
We have
guys.
full-time
that
jobs and do this.
They go sit in a room, and you know me, I obsess, dude, about stuff. I'm OCD, so it's like every detail, like everything has to be perfect, and
Yeah.
like it's like, yeah, a lot of guys just go into a room, they put some microphones on, like, okay, welcome to the podcast today, guys. Let's talk about Connor, stuff like that. We have to have an agenda. We have to have a reason to have a podcast. Like this one is to allow people to know what it's like. This is an educational podcast.
This is to find some talent.
It's to find talent
Find some
and to
talent
educate people of
states.
what they can expect when they come to Thailand and live here, train here, fight here. And so we have an agenda. So that takes a lot of work because we got to figure it out and plan it. And we don't script it, but we definitely got to plan it. And we have to hit our marks, and make sure that each podcast is complete with enough information that we don't have to sit there at the end and go, oh, fuck, we should have, which we always do anyway, but
we
we should have asked this or we should have done that.
We should have brought a different person on. Stuff like that. I mean, it
You
happened.
gotta have a B squad.
Not sure. It
reservists.
was one of the.
It was another guy in a red shirt today.
Yeah. Well, sorry. You're 26 or whatever you are. You'll be fine.
But speaking of the red shirt, I know you brought a shirt from one of your.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Hurricane Irma's happening right now, and
yeah.
like
And that's a huge
as of
deal,
right
man.
now, it's like just breaking into like mainland of Florida. Like,
So I don't want to keep you in AKA Thailand. I appreciate you showing the
yeah.
support. So I'm gonna snap my fingers, and with the magic of podcast editing,
Holy shit! Can I watch?
you're gonna appear in your new shirt to show support
okay.
to your.
Can I do the rest of it in my underwear?
If I snap twice, so you have to wait to see how many times I snap. So what do you think? One or two? One or two, Mark? One or two, huh?
Let's just do one. I don't need this.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
doing
You
my
sit next to you,
nose.
okay? And wait, stop.
Yeah, can we snap our fingers first?
Okay.
You get in your position. Ready? Look
Right,
forward.
like
Look at
that
the
center on the
camera.
mic.
Look at the camera. Ready?
Was it?
There you go.
I think I was like roughly there. It's probably gonna be like a little shift. Tampa Muay Thai. I love you guys. I hope everybody's safe because it's a hurricane or it's a Cat 5 again. So that's lovely. And yeah, my dad in Jacksonville both my parents are in Atlantic Beach, which is I think right now it's a mandatory evacuation.
Yeah. It's sad for us. The last two podcasts, man, hit in Houston. And we know a lot of people that's getting affected by that. So it sucks doing these podcasts and trying to be positive and like doing the right thing when we
Most
know
people
so many
guilty.
people's like you
Mother
know,
Nature is
I
tripping.
mean, we're donating and stuff, but it's just still like it's hard to be positive. You know, we don't want people to see us being positive when there's so much going on. But it's like we have to continue these.
Let's give a
things.
big thank you to all those people because we got so many comments that were positive about our families and hoping they were doing well and all that.
And we
stuff.
do the
Thank
comments
you
real
guys.
fast. Let's go ahead and do that. So first,
Oh, yeah, we
definitely
didn't pick a
thank you.
winner, huh?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. And then thank you guys for the comments for our families. We really appreciate that. All the comments have been great. I mean, it's been outstanding hearing the feedback. But definitely thank you for the positive vibes for our families and for Houston. And for those of you donating, it's huge, man. I mean, each dollar counts. You know,
FEMA's like out of money.
the Humane Society tweeted me. You know, they were thanking me for mentioning it. And
Really?
yeah. And so it was cool to like get the feedback that like these people are making a difference and they're sending money in.
That's
and,
right.
So yeah, I retweeted it so you can check my Twitter and it made me feel good.
Maybe I should get Twitter. Huh?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I had a charity text me.
You know how
She
you've
was
ever
a
heard
stripper
Donald
in
Trump
Houston.
talk, right?
Do what?
You've seen messages from Donald Trump before, right? That's
So anyway,
Say off
so-
Twitter. You know who you are.
Yes, I know what a Twitter is.
Not
So
you.
I have it.
it's not a Twitter. It's
The
Twitter.
Twitter.
The Twitter.
It's not a Facebook.
It is a Twitter account. I don't have
Okay,
a
but you
Twitter
didn't add an account, so it's just Twitter. You make a tweet.
You can count on me slapping you tonight.
It's 2017. We're still
Like,
breaking
Ken, you want to get
down.
back to the subhuman, superhuman powers we talked about last episode?
One guy got your back finally.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Now some.
Well, I seen the guy wants to get his back, and let me tell you, it was
Hey.
ugly. Bangla Road. Yeah.
Paulo Tiago. Oh, sorry, that was a Darce trip.
Ah.
It's Killer Be Killed on Bangor Road, boy.
Killer B.
Careful in Patong.
All right. So anywho, so the winner.
So okay, so guys, we have we pick one winner each time. Who leaves
Yeah,
a
this winner's
comment.
gonna get the free week.
Yeah, this winner's gonna get a free week of training. And the person who leaves a comment on this particular video that you're watching right now, we're looking for fighters. We want experience. We want pro fighters. We're gonna give you
About
a
150
sponsorship
pounds.
to AKA Thailand, hopefully, and you earn it, and then have you on the podcast.
70
You
kilo.
could be like Brandon.
70 kilo. Come here.
Well, don't be like Brandon. Let's do some MMA. But let's have male or female. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Whoever's
Yeah,
a pro
absolutely.
fighter for sure. So
I
right
like
now
the
we're gonna do
sexes. No, I
the
didn't think-
week-free training for
Did we
the
word it?
last
That's
podcast. So Mark's gonna pick the winner.
Yeah. So there's this guy named Pineapple 569.
Awesome.
A little bit of that'd be my guess.
568 was taken.
But anyway, he goes, you guys with legit guests. He spoke too soon. But quickly becoming an unmissable podcast. He goes, but he wants us to share some Thailand stories. So I figure,
What else we got?
might as well pick the winner of the guy that we actually share
Yeah,
some
heck
Thailand
yeah.
stories.
Oh, we
So-
have Thailand stories for
So it
sure.
was such a good idea that we did the podcast.
Yeah.
He was one of many that asked for this. So yeah, so go
Yeah,
ahead.
that was
and-
more just a crapshoot random pick. So
Yeah,
you guys,
so,
keep the comments coming. It
so
wasn't just
pineapple. What's the name?
Pineapple 569.
Okay, pineapple 569. Go ahead and hit us up on Facebook.
Shit. Let me
Let,
Yeah,
let us,
'cause yeah.
let us know
It
it's
is.
you, and we'll give you the free training, which is transferable. Like I said,
Pineapple 569.
perfect. So you win the free training. And let's get back to you, Brandon. All right, so let's talk about some more stuff. We want to let everyone know everything that they can expect when coming to Thailand. So we kind of covered the transition. What about the housing situation, the economy, the food? What can they expect in that,
Man,
regard?
like most fighters can live off of like bare minimum. Like if you need a super luxury setup, then maybe you have like the financial backing somehow to do that. But you don't need much here. I mean, all you're doing is training like it's your job, if that's what you're going after, you know. But even then, like, you can live comfortably off of very, very little money. I mean, you guys know that you've been here way longer than I have, but you know, most people are paying. Most people I know are paying between 7,000 and 10,000 baht a month.
Do that just for them. Translate it to like US dollars.
$200 or $300 a month.
$200.
Yeah, so.
And that's with air conditioning and, you know.
Yeah, man. Most places like have a full service hotel or whatever. You know, some places have little mini kitchenettes or you know, whatever you need, but it's so easy to do it. You just. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
And the food?
Oh man, so food. The average food is 50, 100 baht. So like a couple dollars. Like it's so you eat for super cheap, and we're in a pretty cool spot too in Rawai. I mean, we're 5-10 minutes from Phuket Cape.
Yep.
This big giant overlook that it's like right on the cliff of the overlooking the ocean. It's there's a really nice beach there at Nai Beach. Like
there's 7 beaches
Phuket
in
life
12
is,
minutes of AKA.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's well, right now we're by Kata Beach, which is it's nice for sure.
Thanks for telling people
There's
where we live.
Oh my bad. They're gonna triangulate. They're gonna Shia LaBeouf us. Do you guys know about that?
No.
Oh man. So Shia LaBeouf is posting a flag somewhere as part of a project, saying like no one will ever take this down, and then like Anonymous triangulated exactly where he was by flights that were in like the sky behind his video, found where the flags were and took it, I think like 2 or 3 different times.
Wow.
Like they did some real internet hacky type stuff to find where he was planting these like secret flags.
I'm not gonna lie, stuff like that makes me want to really fight him now.
So wait a minute. What
Hype train.
Problems with flags.
Hold on one second. What
Air
kind of
horns.
flags are we talking about? Like what was he promoting? Or
I don't.
is this
gotta
an
do some
anti-Trump
research.
thing or like the?
I believe it was a Trump thing.
Because he has that camera.
I'm failing.
Is it a Decepticon flag?
I'm failing right now. Is that what he was doing? Was he streaming?
He has like a live stream set up.
Mm.
And he goes out there and he's been arrested like 7 times on his own camera. And he fights people because people come up and talk shit to him and then he just fights them. And then like he
Is
gets
he any
arrested.
good? Can he fight?
We've never
He's
seen him
scrappy
fight.
for sure. He's scrappy for sure.
He's scrappy.
Yeah,
I
he's
told
probably, what,
Mark
5'6"
that. He is
now?
scrappy. So
And he's
he'll
all-
go fight. But like Mickey Rourke said, I've never seen him win a fight.
Well, that's good. He'd be scrappy as long as it doesn't
So
win. that, but
statistically,
fought,
he might
I
be
don't
due a win.
I mean, I will say that if he's ever going to win a fight, in my opinion, I love you, dude. 21 years.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm just saying, dude. You've never fought before.
You're picking Shia LaBeouf over here.
I'm not picking him, man. I'm going to corner you, and I want you to win.
You're not in there now.
What's Shia's jiu-jitsu status?
I'm
I
for
want
it.
you to corner him now.
I'm saying he's had enough fighting experience to match.
What's
your-
his wrestling experience?
Gives a shit.
If you guys fight, what rule set are we talking? Are we talking boxing?
Thai.
Muay Thai. Whoa. You might
We
have an edge Muay Thai status.
I got reach, knees, elbows.
You should. If I train you, you'll win. How about that?
I don't know if he's much of an infighter.
Me and Lam. I'll get Lam on you, dude, and Brandon. And
Mark
we'll
Hunt said
train
he'd
you.
come too.
Yeah,
that's nice of him.
And make
Dude,
it work.
the Hunt
Well,
episode.
Mickey works said he'll rub my balls in between the rounds.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like,
Dude, this is not
I
a
didn't notice where this was
celebrity
headed.
This is not a celebrity fight with Mark Hunt, Mickey Rourke, Shia LaBeouf. Like, geez, this could be a whole episode.
Next time on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I want it to go more than one round though. You know.
No, you can't. You smoke cigarettes. You can't go
Him
past.
either, I don't think.
You definitely don't want to make round 3 or 4.
I don't think he lasts very long either, from what I've seen.
From Shia.
Yeah.
Feels weird saying his first name just like casually. Like I don't know him.
Yeah, but don't worry, he's not gonna challenge you.
I'm not saying Mr. LaBeouf. I saw him in holes.
You'll murder him.
Muay Thai rules. I think
And
you got
that's
him.
Muay
Holes.
Thai
Holes.
stays.
What the fuck does that mean?
The Disney movie Holes. His like break. No, it wasn't his breakout performance. He was on Even.
Wow, I don't know
Even
his
Stevens?
Disney movies.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
We're 38, dude. We don't watch Disney.
Jesus Christ. Disney Channel.
Are you a huge Shia
originals?
fan or what?
No, just a lot like a kid in that era.
Do you,
When he was
you got a
coming up.
Justin Bieber poster in your Thai room?
No, that's like my sister's generation. That's the next. It's
Oh.
like young James. Huh.
Wait, how old's your sister?
She'll be 14 in December.
No,
Yeah, don't be weird.
too old.
I like it.
I'm kidding.
Too old.
So
Sorry, Sarah Peterson.
So when you first came to Thailand, is that the only gym you trained at Chiang Mai? Have you only been to 2 gyms, or has it been? Did
So
you
my
have to
first.
find gyms?
Yeah, my first time in Thailand, I came to Bangkok in 2015 and trained at Sitang Pinang in Bangkok. That was tremendous. I was there when Siddhachai and Deshekta and Prapati and like just a house full of killers. Literally a house full. They live there. They live above, like the floor above the ring.
Yeah.
And Siddhachai is still, though, I forget the weight class, welterweight champion at Glory Kickboxing. Like, and I was there when you got back from fighting Robin van Roosmalen in France. Anyway, so I trained there for a month. It was really cool.
Which is one of our favorite fighters.
Robin?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's awesome. Oh wait, is there something there?
No.
For sure, you don't actually like him. If you're saying
he's not a
that.
bad guy.
What's the beef? What's the beef, dog?
There's no beef. There's no conspiracy. We like who we like.
What happened with
I
Robin?
don't know. I'm lost too.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, so
Thanks, Mark.
trained there for a month. I took my first fight there.
Go ahead.
So what happened? We'll cut it. I just want to know. I have to know.
Nothing. We don't know who he is. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you motherfucker! You
Yeah, I'm lost,
straight up
dude.
got me.
I'm lost.
He's a kid. Actually,
It's not like you were giving directions to a
Two-time?
fucking Walmart for all that. I mean, you were throwing out all these names.
The kickboxing and the Muay Thai world, they know these names for sure. So I trained there. That was 2015. And then this year, about 5 months ago, I came to Hong Kong Muay Thai in Chiang Mai. I had another great experience. Took another fight, got my second knockout, and and then got the phone call from Lam, and I was like, all right, I'm coming.
That's cool.
I came here, and so I spent a month in Bangkok, a month in Chiang Mai, and now like 4 months in Phuket.
What do you? Is there a
Probably
way,
won't leave.
without just your fighting purses, is there a way to make money while you're here?
Oh, for sure there is. My boy Kieran teaches English for, he says 15 quid. I don't know what a quid is.
Some kind of English
That's-
pound or something.
That's some English nonsense.
Yeah.
But it's roughly 15 an hour, $15, right?
Yeah.
I'm so ignorant. I have no idea about currencies.
So if
but
somebody wanted to move here, it can. I mean, it's feasible.
he does it online, like from his house, like from his dining room table or whatever, on his own free time. So you could theoretically train in the morning, go home, work a couple hours after you get cleaned up and eat, go train in the evenings, do the same thing at night until it's time to knock out. Like I lucked out and got a job at like a wellness center, and then fighting and helping out at a couple different places. But it's very sustainable. It's very sustainable for sure. Especially if you work really hard and luck out and get the sponsorship like that.
So what you're saying is one of the best ways to get a trip here and be a fighter is through this broadcast and leaving a comment on the comment.
Yeah.
It is one way for sure.
You take care of all these problems that you might have. But
And you, as a sponsored fighter, you will help these people out when they get
Yeah,
here.
man. Especially if
You're part of the podcast family now, so
so
put some work in.
yeah, man.
Some more.
It's very possible. It's not a pipe dream. Like I have dreamt about it for a long time, and finally like took the nudge. Like I got a nudge from someone, pushed me over the edge, and I was like, fine, like I can do this. You know what I mean? And if I don't do it, I'm gonna die trying. Well, hopefully not die, but you know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
And yeah, I've been really lucky so far for sure.
Well, talk me through your last fight. Was that who was scheduled at first? Did it change?
I don't know
I
what
thought it
happened
changed.
there.
But
I never knew I'm
talk me
fighting
through
till
that
like day
whole
of
fight. So
anyway.
what I'm saying, it's on my live feed. So
Yeah.
if you go to Facebook.com/myswick.com, you can actually see the live feed. Like I said, 94,000 views or something like that.
Yeah.
And man, you put on a clinic, man. I was so proud to watch you out there fighting
Yeah.
like that.
And he's a good fighter. I mean, it's not like he's just.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
No, he was
Yeah.
really,
Good
really
fight. So just talk us
experienced.
through that.
got some
So
good
he's
trainers.
a trainer from Tiger Muay Thai. Super experienced guy, but a few years maybe past his prime. And I don't think he trained like very much, if at all, for this. But like he's a full-time trainer and he's constantly in the Muay Thai world. A lot of times that's what happens is these trainers will take a fight kind of for the paycheck. You know what I mean? But he gave me hell for sure. He tagged me a few times, and he was game. But that's just an unfortunate aspect. And I fought some of my best opponents here, and I fought some of my easiest opponents here. So sometimes it's kind of a crapshoot, you know.
Yeah.
But luckily I've had 4 fights under AKA now. So between a couple different promoters and a couple different stadiums, like they are starting to know like how to match me up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that one was a good fight for me. I trained really hard and I felt really, really sharp. I was telling one of my best friends back home, I was like, I feel sharper than I ever have, like ever.
Yeah.
I feel better cardio. I feel I just felt like all my reactions were super on point the couple weeks leading up to it. So I went into it, you know, feeling really good, confident, no injuries for once. I mean, I was still kind of healing this like thing on my shin, but like for once I wasn't sick or injured, which is most fighters know. I'm sure you know more than anyone. Like you always have something going on, but I felt healthy for once. So I was so excited to get in there, and very early on I was like, oh, you know, I had, you know, 6 inches of height on him at least. I mean, I don't know, but
I think it was 6, but it was a good.
Yeah. So this point.
You're not even
I'm confused. I'm stuck between metric system and imperial. We're the only people that use it.
How tall are you?
It's a good thing to note.
Like 5'9.5".
Okay.
5'10" on the internet.
It's a good thing to note too. Like in Thailand, you know, you never know what you're gonna get sometimes till you get to the stadium. So like you might have to fight a trainer. You might have to fight a really good Muay Thai fighter who's coming down from Bangkok to get a nice warm up fight. You know, or you might fight a guy who's just in there for a paycheck, and he's gonna give you hell for the first round, hoping he can beat you. And then if he doesn't, he's just gonna back away and let you win the fight, kind of thing. So you never know who you're gonna get. So you always have to prepare for the best and be ready. But you know, we've seen you fight
a couple of times. I fought guys that were like not just regulars in the circuit, but they fought every week. Yeah. Like they were fighting as often as their body is capable, which is what I'm trying to keep up with. But Thais are just made of something different that I don't have in me, where they can do that. They fight, you know, consecutive nights, or you know, more than one fight in the same night, stuff like that.
They've been doing it since they were 4.
Yeah. So, but that's intimidating to go in there and everybody in the stadium besides you knows that guy, and you're like, oh, like they see him fight all the time, you know. And you can sometimes you can hear the like what the Thais are betting on based on who they're reacting for. Like if you land really clean and you don't hear anything, nobody's bet on you. Like that's what happened with my last fight. He would land a tap, or he would even swing and miss, and the whole crowd, hey! And I was like, oh, I wonder who you guys' money's on.
And it's a little fishy when you go to bet on somebody and they won't take the bet. If they don't take a bet on a fight at all, then you know.
You know the deal.
You know the deal. But yeah, so I was gonna also ask you. So you had the first fight at Galaxy. That was a great fight.
That was on 4th of July.
Yeah, and that was sick. You fought a foreigner.
Yeah, I fought a Canadian, James from Paysac Muay Thai. That was one of my toughest fights to date, man. That guy was game.
Yeah, so go through that a little bit.
Yeah, he shows up.
That was the first time I saw you fight live.
Oh, that's right. No, that was really cool, man. I was excited. I was nervous because I was like, I got to put on a show for Swick. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, whoa! My first time to see you fight live too.
No, you saw me fight at Bangla. No?
I lied. I didn't go to that.
Anyways, this is one thing about Galaxy Stadium. So Galaxy Stadium it's only been open, 4th of July was the first time it had ever opened. And it's a smaller than regulation ring, and they do 3 rounds with, they allow clinch as long as you're busy.
Yeah.
And it's full contact, so elbows and everything. But it's all indoors and air conditioned, and it's like all the seats are pushed up right on the ring. So it's super like everything's in tight, and people aren't just spread out all over the place, which is really, really cool. Yeah. And so there's only one back room. Instead of a green room being split into 2, you guys have seen it, there's only one back room. And so I'm getting my hands wrapped, and this has happened before, but I'm getting my hands wrapped like sitting next to my opponent.
Right.
So we're sitting there like clearly sizing each other up, like trying to be cool about the situation. Shook hands a couple times, you know, said good luck to each other, and went out there. And I think a couple of my friends said maybe first round, like maybe he had it, which I kind of disagree with. Obviously, I'm biased, but I figured him out. I figured, or maybe they were just screwing with me. I don't know. I think I figured him out pretty quick. Yeah. You saw it, and then you guys streamed it. My mom was all crazy.
Great fight though, man.
I learned Scylla. I pulled a learned Scylla and like double tornado kicked at him.
Undefeated with us.
Yeah, you seem to really like to showboat, like we said before. And you get into the moment a lot. I like that. Like you get out there and you're not afraid to like try crazy things and just go for it. And that works when you can pull it off.
Well,
you know?
So I started before I ever did any Muay Thai, any Jiu-Jitsu, any what I call like combative real martial arts. You know, I started with martial arts tricking. It's like gymnastics and taekwondo and spinny flippy stuff. So I learned how to do all that stuff way before I learned even how to throw a jab. Like I'm not even kidding. I'd never hit a bag or anything I was figuring out how to do like backflips with double full twists off of one leg, swinging into another backflip, stuff like that. Yeah. So 5 years later, you know, I've been training Muay Thai, and now I can finally get to the point where I'm comfortable using a little bit of it. So all the turning side kicks, all the spinning wheel kicks, tornado kicks on both sides, and all that stuff is like starting to come out because I'm more comfortable with it. But in my first couple fights when I tried it, it was light years away from connecting. Like it was just desperate maneuvers to like try and get space from guys. You know what I mean? But also what I found is like, you know, a little bit of showboating will give you a second to breathe. Right. Because the guy will stop and look at you. So if you're like pointing at your elbow, like, come on, like you can be taking a full breath and exhale during that. So, you know what I'm saying? He's not hitting you. He's not interrupting your rhythm or anything. So sometimes you can use that as like a little bit of a take a breath mechanism.
And that shift in momentum too. When you start doing the crazy stuff, right, it backs your opponent up. Yeah. And anytime you back your opponent up and he's, you know, curious what you're doing and confused,
he's waiting on you.
That gives you an advantage because now you're kind of in the lead. You know, you're leading them the fight.
Look at Connor leading the dance, talking to guys, put his hands out. Come on,
it shifts the momentum mentally and physically. So I think that's a great method. That I'm always telling my fighters, pressure, like put that pressure on, because when you start backing up, that momentum shifts to your opponent, and then they get confident. You know, they get more amped up, and you know they feel.
It's okay. I think it's okay to back up as long as you're like, it's your idea to back up, you know? If you're like talking to him and you're backstepping, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can get lucky and let him walk into something.
Because when you back up, you're talking shit, and you're doing a backflip and like doing some kind of breakdancing move or something. So for you, it's cool. But the fighters that back up and kind of cower, that's what I don't like, you know?
Right,
or they show their fatigue. Yeah, then your momentum's going right down the toilet.
How many times have you, while we're live feeding it, look in the camera and talk to it during the fight? Like
every fight.
Well,
I see him,
because it's there, and
like, what the fuck?
All right, so so Crew Ray from Tampa Muay Thai always said like you should be well recovered, like you should be at normal breathing, close to your resting heart rate at like 30 seconds, like you know. So the bell rings, ding, you have a minute. So like at 30 seconds, you should be calm and relaxed. So if you're still like, then you're toast. So it's like if I'm relaxed and I'm calm, then I can be like, hey, you know, I can talk to you on the live stream or say hey to mom or whatever. It's no big deal.
You do, yeah
you do.
You say hi to everybody.
I love being there. It's my favorite thing to do. Like, there's nothing better than fighting.
Yeah. When's your next fight? Do you have one coming up? Right?
Tuesday. It's our time right now. It's Saturday. We're going to, I think it's called Chalawan Stadium. I've never been.
It's brand new, yeah.
They're calling it Phuket Fight.
You're fighting right in the heart of the red light district. Like literally on the street in the heart of the red light district. We just went there last week.
Yeah. Can I bring some like defense soap, like defense soap wipes or something?
We should have this. We should have this posted by Monday night. So Tuesday night we'll do another live feed. So if you're watching this episode, tune into my Facebook and you'll be able to watch Brandon fight this next fight.
And I'll show you guys the stadium a little bit.
Live, yeah.
For sure.
It's crazy, man. It's a strip club in the back. It is. So the warm-up room is a strip club with a pole.
Oh, man.
So you're in there.
I'm bringing some plastic wrap.
You're in there getting rubbed down and everything.
It's nice.
It's nice. I mean, it's a strip club, I guess. But then you're in the back getting warmed up and you know, at a strip club. You walk out of the strip club and then it's this open air Muay Thai ring, and as soon as the midgets get done fighting, then you'll fight.
I gotta post that picture.
This one should be good. So this is one of the few times I know who I'm fighting before the fact, unless it changes day of, which is very inclined to happen. I guess his name is Bovi. He's a former Patong Stadium champion, which isn't open anymore. But like his picture on Facebook and all is like him wearing the belt and stuff like that. So I've fought some experienced guys. So I'm really excited to fight someone that had a title at some point. It might have been a year or two ago, but like I'm excited to fight someone that like has some real life, you know, like title experience. It's pretty nuts. Excited, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. There's probably gonna be some more showboating. I'm not gonna lie.
It's good, man.
I'm sorry to my former coaches that I hate it.
No, I love it.
I'm sorry to my dad.
As long as you can get away with it without getting caught with anything, I love watching it. But it is outdoor. It is outdoor. So
I don't want to end up on like a YouTube meme. Like, did you see the fighter that like did like a straight up breakdance move and then got head kicked?
Yeah.
Oh, I will not allow that to be me.
Yeah, he owns MikeSwick.com. It was on there.
Oh, did you repost that? Yeah. That's probably where I saw it.
But of course you did.
Yeah.
But don't do that. Don't get kicked in the head, please.
No, I've been pretty lucky so far. You've seen me fight.
Nah.
You don't plan on
doing an after party type thing, or?
After
What, like literally
Tuesday?
you walk out the ring and it's an
like-
automatic after party. You're
While
in the
you're
red light
changing.
district.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while
Lately, I've been getting out of the ring and going, all right, let's get the hell out of Patong before it has us. Like my last fight, I was like, we're going back to Hawaii. We can have some drinks back there where it's safe. So for those of you who don't know, Patong is like, that's, so if you've seen The Hangover, that's Khao San Road in Bangkok. Patong is like the Khao San Road of Phuket. That's where there's bars stacked on top
But
of
it's not
bars.
dangerous, like
Yeah, so it's not like
No,
it's
no,
not like
you'll make it
over
out.
where it's like, I mean, there's tourists, there's like
Yeah.
touristy things going on, families, things like that. So it's not like some just complete debauchery, but that is where all the debauchery does happen. So
Yeah, if one
you
wanted
can't
some
veer off
debauchery.
into the bars, into the
I can't wait to go there once. It looks like a blast.
I'll go for your first time. No worries. No
He
worries.
does the official tours for AKA Thailand to Bangkok.
Right.
Running 3 nights a week.
And here on your left is Susie Wong's.
What is I've heard about that place.
I've never been. I heard it's great.
Is that a restaurant?
Probably. It sounds like a steakhouse.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sounds like a reputable establishment for sure.
Stakes are high there for sure.
You can't help yourself. You literally can't help yourself.
What, you having beef with me?
No. Son of a bitch. You just stacked it. Oh
He won't
man.
stop, man. He won't stop.
That is such a cow word.
No. No. I'm not.
You want me to milk you?
You gotta do one of those joke write-offs between you two, where you write jokes for something and then you do them
We
off.
don't
and-
write though.
Yeah, we don't write.
Yeah.
I don't need to. Well, I'd kill him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
But I'm saying like the first person to laugh,
We'll laugh
to
every
crack,
time. We'll laugh
has to
every
drink or
time.
has
Yeah.
to or loses a point or whatever.
To me, if it's funny, you should laugh. I mean, what's the point of trying to hold in laughter? You know?
It's
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, it's why you tell jokes, is so people fucking smile. So I don't watch those things, even though the jokes are pretty funny.
Some of them are good.
Yeah.
Some of them are kind of cheesy, like stolen from the internet one-liners, but
Well, of course.
some of them are creative.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
It's got to be safe for work.
So I want to ask you too. So what's your future plans as far as like what's your end game? Like where are you trying to take this Muay Thai career? What are your hopes and
Dude, I'm riding
In the
it,
future?
riding into the dirt, riding it all the way into the beach. Like I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna take as many fights as I can and see what level I can get to. Like there's no end game. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep climbing until I see what it's like at the top. I would love to fight online fight. I'd love to fight Glory Kickboxing. And at this point, it's like sometimes I'm watching some of these fights and I'm like, that's feasible. Like I have friends that I've trained with, you know, that are approaching that or have done that. My buddy Matt fought on like a Glory undercard a few months ago, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up. So maybe I can fight. You know what I mean? Maybe I can get to that level and see who's at the top when I get there, and then take what they have.
well, let's see what happens this weekend, or not this weekend, but let's see what happens this week, and then try to get your game stepped up a little bit and find some bigger shows, man. Because I was telling Mark the other day,
Yeah.
we
got something lined up for you, perhaps.
We want to see you fighting some bigger shows, man.
Dude, let's fight Max Muay Thai. Let's fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mentioned to him as well.
Yeah, let's whatever shows you got. A dream of mine, and like, it's tough because I would have to. Nah, it's not that it's tough that I have to cut weight. It's that like it would be a bigger cut than I'm used to. But like I'd love to fight at Lumpini and or Raja Demir.
Yeah,
like that's
absolutely.
as far as I'm concerned, that's a mecca.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's Muay Thai mecca. That would be like such a crazy honor to fight on a stage that Kru Lam has fought on. That basically every great Muay Thai fighter has been on. Like to do that, man, would be insane. Like I got to see Sang Mini fight at Raja Demir in 2015, and it was without a doubt the highest Muay Thai I've ever seen in my life, and I couldn't even believe it I was seeing. You know, so that would be a tremendous honor to fight Lumpini and Raja, and then go after like some of the big commercial shows, go after MX Extreme or Max Muay Thai and stuff like that.
Well, you're on your way.
Or
man,
Thai
for sure.
shit, Thai fight,
Yeah.
Where you at? Who you got at 145?
Well, they do the bare
Set it
knuckle
up.
fight too.
Yeah, they do regular gloves and they do card chuck.
Yeah.
Which I got to go to Thai fight when I was visiting Bangkok a couple years ago, and those like just a jab cuts you.
Yeah.
Like just a jab on the right angle, like you got a cut on you.
It's like just weaved rope.
Yeah, it's like hemp rope.
And rope is just around the knuckles and stuff.
Yeah, I
Brutal, man.
saw Antoine Pinto fight.
It's like worse than 4-ounce gloves because it's rope. I mean, it has
It's
rope,
just your
it has
hand.
texture, you know what I mean?
It's like
grip.
it's this rope.
Yeah, it rips.
It's just like
Yeah.
that. Man, yeah, if you get caught even a little bit, it's done. So Thai fight, fucking whoever you got at 140, 145, 150, talk to me. Let's do it.
Well, you're definitely on your way, man. And
Thank
I want
you.
to definitely go back real fast and just clarify in your experience again a big difference of training in America versus training in Thailand, and why people that are in America would want to come to Thailand and train. Like just the difference.
If you play your cards right, man, you can do this, and there's like so less distractions. Like you don't, it's not always someone's birthday dragging you out to the bars. It's not always something going on in like your real life. Like you can come out here and focus on your training and go after some goals and go after some accomplishments.
Right.
Like I came out here wanting to take 20 or 30 fights, 20 or 30 more fights, but it's like I'm already approaching that a little bit. So why should that be the end goal? Like you can come out here and go after whatever your ambitions and goals are, man. Get away from the distractions and do it, because you can. It's possible here. It's for sure possible. And some of the main differences, so training back home, you're not gonna have the Thai trainers. I mean, that's the biggest difference right there. You might have a good coach or two, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have like
13 of them.
you don't have 13 trainers with 1,000 plus fights between them all. With like, it's not even that they have an eye for detail. It's that it's second nature to them. Like Lam never stops and pauses and says, I think you might need to do this. It's always like, too late on that, too close, blah, blah, blah. Like it's just second nature. Like he knows exactly what you need to do to correct that. And every trainer I've worked with at AKA is the same exact way. Like there's no thinking about it. It's just second nature. It's part of who they are, because that's how they grew up. They like Lai and Lam grew up hitting a bag under a tree. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when they were kids, you know what I'm saying? Like out in the open, hitting a homemade bag under a tree. And so it's, yeah, you might have you might have a good coach back home, but like it's not going to be at the same level as here, because this is like I said, this is Muay Thai Mecca. You know what I mean? You're training under guys that this is not just something they enjoy doing. It's something that's a part of them, and that's so important, man.
And I tell people a lot too that Phuket is just the Mecca in general for fighters. So it started out in Thailand. I've been coming here for 17 years, and it started out as the Mecca for fighting. And you probably noticed this, but just that fight mentality, right? When you come here and you're training in gyms alongside kids and other top fighters, it's different than in America, right? Like it's a fight lifestyle. They live, they eat, they breathe, they sleep fighting. So that changes you just in itself, just the mental aspect. Then you start the training, and it's even more. And now growing even further is these gyms, you know, like we mentioned before, talking Muay Thai, Phuket top team, and then AKA. Now that I built that, you know, it's this MMA boom that's here now, and it's just a mecca
fitness
for fighting and
there's like
fitness.
CrossFit boxes
you
and
got Muay Thai, you
freaking
got CrossFit and the fitness boom, and then you got the MMA guys as well.
huge
So
MMA scene.
it's just
huge.
a fitness and fight mecca.
It's almost like it's so whatever to the locals.
Yeah.
They go, "Oh, boxing, huh?" And you're like, you're not even like wearing anything. They just look at you. They're like, so
Every time you see a foreigner, they're just like ripped, and like they're either a fighter or some kind of like strength
yeah,
and
man,
conditioning guru
Or me.
or Mark.
or Mark.
Or me.
But have you noticed too, like in training in Thailand, I've always noticed this, which is why I've come back a lot as well. It's a lot less stress. You know, America's kind of fast paced, and when you come to Thailand, it like just knocks it down a lot. For
It's a whole different mindset and culture.
Sabai,
It's that sabai, like chill, laid back. Like I don't need to work 80 hours a week. I just need to do what I do, like, and take pride in my craft. Like it doesn't matter who you interact with, but like whether they're a coffee guy or like a groundskeeper or a head instructor at a huge gym, who like the Thais that I know, they take pride in their craft.
Yeah. Well, I think that holds true. We keep saying America compared to America. I think that holds true for all countries.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
More American, so naturally say that.
That's what we
America,
default
but-
to.
But I think
But there are other places, right? I've heard.
I put the sign up just to remember.
Where are these?
But
I've never been to any of those.
as
What
Mark
are these
said too,
KMs?
as Mark said too about the 12 beaches located around AKA Thailand, that's a big factor because going to the beach, man, in between training sessions or at night, that takes a lot of stress away, man. Just sitting on the beach, having a coconut, having a nice meal.
Dude, I grew up in Florida, man. I grew up on the beach.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about Phuket, especially, is like I feel like I'm at home. I'm in a beach community. You know what I mean? Everyone's chill, everyone's laid back, And yeah, the just the general like vibe of the area is pretty rad. I really really like it. Like whenever someone back home asks me how's Thailand, I'm like Phuket's great. Like Phuket's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Bangkok I couldn't really keep up with. It was really busy.
Yeah, Bangkok's cool. Like it's cool to go to and you gotta see it.
Yeah.
But for me, I try to avoid Bangkok.
It's
When
like
come
living.
back
I couldn't
and
live in
forth,
New York. I don't think I could live in New York.
It's so much, man. Bangkok's so much for me. It's too much.
Yeah, well, I was even living on kind of the outskirts. I was like I had to take a 5-10 minute cab to the BTS train, then take a 15-20 minute train just to get into Bangkok, just to get to like MBK Stadium or whatever.
Right.
And it was just too busy. Even being on the outskirts, I was like, I love training there. It was some of the best training I've ever had, but it's nice to be in like a beach community, like
Yeah, for sure.
have that available. Freaking Naiharn Beach, Promsep Cape.
Well, that's why I
Google
trained in Bangkok back in 99 and 2000, and then went to Pattaya, and that's if you want distractions, man.
Pattaya sounds scary.
Pattaya's a scary place.
Is it
to be honest
Pattaya?
with you.
Pattaya?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's
That's where Sylvie
I call it
is. I need to
Pattaya.
train with her.
But I mean, there's some cool gyms there. There's definitely some good gyms there, but it is a big distraction, man. There's just so much partying going on, so much, and there's no real beach. It's like a port, so it's not like beaches like we have here.
Yeah, it's like
And I finally got
commercialized.
down to Phuket back in, I guess it was like 2009, 2008. And from that point on, I was like, I knew this was this place, man. This is definitely a place that had opened the gym.
Yeah. Oh, good call. Right in the
It
jungle.
Phuket has everything that any place in Thailand has
Yeah.
in one spot. I mean, virtually everything you can
Every
find
ecosystem.
anywhere is on this
Yeah.
island. So
I
you got
rarely
the
have to
animals, you
drive
got the
further than like
beaches.
5 or 10 minutes. Like I really the only time I ever drive further than that is like 11 minutes to work. That's
Right.
it. You know what I mean? That's a few times a week, whatever. I was just gonna say.
I was going to ask you if you had any more to
How much
add
you
to-
enjoyed your time on this podcast, I would assume.
Oh man, it's been the greatest out of my podcast experiences. It's been very fantastic.
So, any other advice or things that we should tell anyone coming to Thailand that we may have missed?
Send if you're a fan like this guy, you gotta know what like you can or cannot get in Thailand. There's a few
Sure.
things that you just like you can't get regular deodorant, so bring regular deodorant, corn nuts and beef jerky, for sure.
Corn with some beef jerky.
Well, there's a few things that's hard to find.
Yeah, I mean for the most part you can get everyday things.
Oh yeah, if you were a
good
size,
coffee, bring good coffee. For
If
me.
you an American size 11 or over,
No.
bring more shoes.
Just order
than
it.
you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
If
you're,
you cannot find shoes.
I'm a size medium just about everything, and a lot of times they don't have my size in things because it's like bigger than the average or like than a lot of the size. Yeah, but I don't know. Advice for fighters: just show up, man. Just get out here and train your ass off and do it.
Don't get lost in the party scene.
Don't doubt yourself.
biggest thing, man.
Definitely don't get. I mean, if you can handle yourself, go blow off some steam and have some fun, but don't get stuck there for sure. I've seen it happen to a lot of guys. A lot of guys come out here with big goals and big dreams in mind, and then you see them really hard that first week, and then they're gone at the bars for the rest of their time here. So,
We get those guys that come in and they're like, I mean, they've been telling us on email or messenger, whatever, to you, how dedicated they are for months and
I'll
months and
sleep
months
in
and
the
months and
gym. I'll
months.
sleep underneath the rings. All this
And
stuff.
they come here, they're here for
Never
a
seen
week,
them.
and then just gone.
Yeah.
but I mean, that's gonna come down to the individual. Like you either have that kind of discipline and like willpower, or you don't. You know, I can go out and have a couple drinks with my friends and not lose my mind.
Right.
But if you're susceptible to that, you just stay out of Patong.
You don't go out with this guy then, huh? That's you.
Not if I have a fight coming up for sure.
Never missed a day of work.
Really?
Missed a few days of training though.
A lifetime of training?
All of them. Yeah.
Literally all of the days. Can I shout out to some people?
Absolutely.
Can I plug some
Do you have any
things?
questions or you want to say anything? Go ahead. The floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, no, just if you want to see clips like we were talking about from the fight, I posted a couple clips on my Instagram and on YouTube. It's at Brandon Waters Fights. Thank you to anyone who has sponsored me. Phuket Love Veg, Tampa Muay Thai, North Florida Muay Thai, Brazilian Top Team, Jacksonville.
No, we don't have a sponsor yet.
Ascension Athletics,
get
MMA
those
in Connecticut.
This will be 20 minutes.
Hey mom, hey dad,
Did you bring a banner?
Nicole, Lexi, Molly, huh? Hey grandma. I should have. Next time I'll just make a banner. Boom.
Yeah, I like how prepared you were, though. Keep going, man.
No, that's all. I think that's all I got. I think that covers most of my bases.
Good luck to Florida, the hurricane.
God, man, I hope you guys.
I know we touched on it earlier, but
Well, it's weird. Like, they're doing a 6 p.m. curfew. Wait, what's?
we just did it in Houston.
Yeah, they're doing a curfew, and then they're doing a 6 p.m. ban on alcohol sales, which that's probably a good idea. Now that I think about it.
Probably a pretty
Now that I
good
say it
idea.
out loud, bunch of people locked inside, like
Or you just go at 4 and stock up. It's not that hard.
logic.
I would
solid
assume.
logic.
I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I really hope, just hoping for the best because it's Cat 5 now, and that really sucks that it's like picked up strength and all that. So hope everybody at home in Florida, hope you guys, friends and family is okay, and in Texas. I know you guys freaking took some hits there, man, but it's weird. It's this Mother Nature thing that we like to act like we don't have to deal with, and then sometimes she is to be dealt with. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen, man. It just seems like they're just lining up these hurricanes.
There's 2 more.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Jose and
Is it Irma?
Jose.
Irma's hitting right now.
Jose.
Jose,
Wasn't there one in the Gulf that was a Cat 1?
Kylie or Kylie?
No, it was like-
Killy? Well, it's got to be with a K.
It's
It
how
goes-
stupid I am. I want to
yeah.
say it's Tatiana,
Okay,
which
let me
is totally
explain
not a
this to you.
hurricane name.
So a hurricane will go in alphabetical
Wait,
order.
who's Tatiana?
I don't
Wait a
know.
minute. No.
James, can you look up
You don't just
the
come up with a
hurricane
Russian
status right
girl
now?
name on an island filled with Russian girls.
Is
out
that
of nowhere.
Russian?
Tatiana?
Tatiana?
It sounds a little like
It's not
Latino.
German.
Well, hold on. Tatiana Ali was the chick
That's
off
Latina, right?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ah,
I'm
nice.
Yeah.
pretty sure he wasn't talking about her.
She was hot. She still is, probably. But
No, they go in order by letter, so.
And then they go male,
it's
female,
called
male,
alphabetical
female.
order, and it goes male, female, male, female.
Yeah.
So if Jose,
Jose. I'm just kidding. But that's how you say Jose Aldo.
stop.
It's Mike Swick's podcast. It's an MMA.
That's how you say one guy's
Did you
name.
see this logo that isn't actually here right now?
Is Mexico right below you? In Florida? No.
No, but it's like, now that you
We're
mention
not
that,
Brazil.
that
We'll have to put a Mexico one up there.
Or
yeah,
Brazil.
Jose is like in Mexico right now.
Jose. This. Oh, Jesus.
I got him saying it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Jose is one fighter. That's the only Jose on the planet.
Oh, and he's Brazilian. They don't really mess us with the J's or R's. They don't really do that in Portuguese.
Let's move on.
Okay.
It's going to take a week for me to explain to you.
Okay.
So anyway,
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Should we wrap this bitch up? There was something else.
I don't know, you said you had some questions.
We got to stop.
That's it, huh?
We were talking about something before we went on.
That's why we talked about it before.
We got to save it. We got to save it for next time.
You can come on again.
Hey, thanks.
6-7 years. No problem.
No, that's it.
We'd love to
Thanks
have you
for
back.
thank you for
We'd love
having
to
me
have you
on.
back
It's
when
been
you're a
really
trainer
cool.
at the gym.
Yeah.
Say what?
We'd love to have you back when you're a trainer at the gym.
I gotta put on a bunch of weight and like like retire out or just like wash out in the scene. No, thank you for having me on, man. And I hope we like shed a little bit of light on what it's like to be out here. Like it's, you know, people in their head I think have it in their mind that it's so like crazy foreign and alien, and yeah, it's vastly different from what you're used to,
Yeah.
but like beautiful. Like you guys have been here for a while. Like it's really, really nice here.
But we're always inside. So you get to actually. You're, thanks for telling us about the outside
People
world.
don't understand. People don't understand that, like, I mean, when you pay for your plane ticket to come here, that's your cost. I mean, that's
Yeah.
your biggest cost. Everything else is so cheap.
Yeah.
And you're going to a place that's like a vacation. I mean, it's like, it is, like you said, so beautiful. And you can train here. So it's like, if you're going to train anyway, why not go to a place that trains really hard, has a full Muay Thai curriculum, and a full MMA
And we have
curriculum with
Kulon.
top level guys.
Check.
And you have the beaches and the island life, and at any time you can take a boat and go to the islands in Phi Phi Island or Yao Yai, where they filmed the Mechanic Resurrection with Jessica Alba.
Is that
and
where they
Jason
did
Statham. Yeah, that's an hour off the coast.
Yeah, Mike was there. I think invited.
So
Shout out to Jessica Alba.
absolutely,
Big fan
I am.
to this day. What a babe.
Yeah, she is. And
How old is she
and,
now? Do you think?
40.
and hats off to her for her company. Honest. I mean, she's like a billionaire now. So
Oh.
good business person.
What
She's
is
even
Honest?
hotter now. Honestly, I don't
Oh my
know.
God, Lou, what
it's
is that?
a baby product company that's like organic and healthy and just, you know, good for you versus like all these brands that are kind of
So
like,
she looks like that, and she's a billionaire.
yeah, pretty much. Her company's
Yes.
worth like $1
Blah.
million.
How dare you?
But
Who do you think you are?
And there's been so many big stars coming into Phuket, so it's becoming like a mecca for just celebrities, fighters, everything. And so, you know, a lot of people just need to realize that once you get here, you just focus on training, It's cheap to live, like you said. And
If you just play your cards right, man, you can do it.
and we're making it easy for you. I mean, this podcast, all you have to do is watch a podcast on YouTube, leave a comment underneath. If you're a pro fighter, you have pro experience, let us know your experience, and let us know what fights you've had and why you're so dedicated and why you're going to train so hard. And we're going to pick somebody and we're going to help them out. We're going to bring them on
And this
board.
is serious
It's a-
because to be a sponsored fighter, legitimately, if you were to pay by year, it's well over
That's some
$4,000
cash.
US a year.
That's some
And
cash.
Another thing
Yeah.
people don't know is it's a lot more expensive to train in Thailand than in the States or other Western countries. I mean, the demand and the fact that it's a full Muay Thai program with all champion fighters that are training people, the price point at all the gyms is very high compared to other countries. So, it is a cost for training, but it is what you get.
Yeah, the first month I was training here, I paid the same exact in expenses as I did in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and I was training at a really, really small, like, grassroots Muay Thai gym.
Yeah.
I didn't have a standalone strength and conditioning facility with a squat rack and Smith machines and kettlebells and all that shit. Like, I definitely did not have that. I was stoked to have like a barbell and some dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? And air conditioning is unheard of in Thailand.
Yeah.
It's the first gym that I've ever trained at that has it, like, where you can go roll jiu-jitsu, MMA, and you're in the AC. Like, that's non-existent in
I want to
Thailand.
build my dream gym. You know what I mean? Like, I've been training here since 99, 2000. So it's just like I've been in every aspect of your traditional Thai gyms as they through the process of time. And I just wanted to build what I perceive as the perfect gym and the dream gym. So
Yeah, man.
and we're still working on it. Like I said, we're still building. So we're not done yet. We're
That makes
only
sense.
a third done.
I mean, of course, like, it takes a fighter to build a gym that works. Like, and I mean, there's some logistics that I probably wouldn't understand about opening a gym, but I know, like, I understand now freaking how it has to be run. You know what I mean? Put people in charge of certain things and get everything set up. Boom. Once the wheel is rolling, it's hard to mess it up for sure. What was I just gonna say?
You were gonna close the show out, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna close it out.
really
All
excited
right,
when you talk
dude.
about it.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna
on.
let you close the show out since you're the guest.
Hell yeah! Thank you. Enjoy the black cock.
So go ahead and look at the fans and the followers
Break
back
third wall.
home. All the fighters that are going to be leaving messages on our YouTube, and close out the show, buddy.
Thank you guys for watching, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just said guys really repetitively and redundantly, but thank you for watching. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, you got to catch up for sure. This has been Real Quick with Mike Swick,
All right.
Mark Bogutsky, Brandon Waters, Young James behind the camera.
Oh, shit.
Take it easy.
Oh,
Wow, you might stay.
nice.
Good
I
job,
almost
buddy.
wish we could cue the music soon. That'd be nice.
Oh shit! Wait, everyone freeze in place. Cue the music, James. That's Young J-Dog. Young James behind the...
His phone's probably dead.
Oh crap. No, he's got it plugged in. He's learning, responsible.
Oh, boy.
See?
J-Dog, he called you.
That's his Instagram.
We'll probably just have it already playing.
Young James is on it.
Real quick, real quick,
Yeah, that was fun.
real quick, with Mike Swick.
Awesome.
Real quick, real quick, real quick with Mike Swick podcast. Swick, Swick, Swickatine, Swick, Swick, Swickatine, Swick, Swick, Swickatine, Swick, Swick, Swickatine.
Here we go, right here. So sometimes you gotta step out of the podcast studio. Yeah, baby. That's who Mark's gonna fight when we get to 50,000 subscribers.
That was the first fight
Sometimes
of
you go out
the
to
evening.
the studio, and then you have to take people on a tour of what it's really like. So,
Media something of the referee.
Here we go.
We have red corner. Are you listening?
it's an open air Muay Thai ring in the red light district, and where the guys get ready is actually a strip club, which is right here. I'll show you. What are they doing? Ready?
Shit, man. We're at Chalawan Stadium in the heart of Patong. We're in the red light district as far as I'm concerned. It's crazy that they put a boxing stadium here. It's nuts. I want to shout out to all my family and friends in Florida. Really, really bad flooding, especially like Riverside, Northside. My dad's at the beach, my mom's at the beach. A lot of my family's dealing with this crap right now. Hope you guys are good, man. I see you guys on Facebook. I'm trying to stay in touch. Just rebuild, and do what you can with what you got. I love you guys. He's a big dude, but like sharp technique and sharp reflexes, really, really sharp. His teep was really good on both sides, and he just knew distancing really well. He knew when I was trying to do left kick. He knew when I was trying to teep. Very, very good. Whiskey, huh? Drink with us. Good fight, man. Good fight. Hey, good fight, man. Cheers, cheers. Salud. I don't feel anything now, but I can tell tomorrow I'm gonna feel like I took a fight. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep tuning into the podcast. Thank you.
You know what? 2 more wins for AKA. Another win for Brandon.